Next question is, can you help hypnosis clients to find their own solutions to their problem without investigating the root cause? This is a great question. And I'm going to quickly answer that with a yes, it is possible to help a client find a solution without the root. Absolutely. But, and this is the big but, is that solution going to be long term? Is the challenge here. So when our clients have a problem, yes, it is absolutely important for them to have the solution, right? Because they're stuck like here, and we want to help them break out of it and then find a solution afterwards. And if they have a problem here, maybe it looks like a big lump, maybe energetically, whatever that symbolizes for the client, this is their problem. And if we find a solution, this problem is still here. This is still present in their mind and in their field, energetic field, if that's what you want to call it, right? And so if this problem continues to be here and we're starting to find solutions that are over here, what's going to happen with this? This is going to stay here, right? If this root, the so-called root, is not addressed, doesn't matter if they have a solution, and sure, they can live their lives without a solution or with that new solution. But is this going to last, knowing that this is the root that is still running in the background, right? It's, it's kind of like if you have a virus in your computer, there's a virus in your computer right now, and that virus really needs to be eradicated. It needs to be removed. But what we're doing is that there's a warning sign, right? There's a warning sign, virus, virus, virus. And our solution is to just keep on canceling, keep on pressing, I'm going to ignore this, or actually like remove that screen on the side so it doesn't keep bothering us while we're still using the computer. It is a solution. It's a solution to the problem. It's not going to keep bugging you and keep on giving you the notifications if it's on the side, out of sight, out of mind kind of thing, right? But that virus is still there. It's still running in the background. So although you have a solution, that problem is still going to continue to run in the background. That's why I'm not a big fan of that method. To me, that doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense to have a solution while the root is still running in the background. Um, and like I said, it's more about long-term thinking, right? For my clients and for my advanced conversational hypnosis students, we train ourselves to really look at long-term effects instead of just the immediate effect. Me hiding that notification screen of the virus in the background is short-term. It is going to help me do the things that I need to do in my computer, but it's not taking care of the virus. And so that's why inside our advanced conversational hypnosis training, it is all about investigating that problem, because what I can what we can do then through investigating the client's problem is that client finds out themselves what actually got them to do the thing that they're doing, what was the root of that pattern. And this process doesn't have to take years, right? That we don't have to go through their whole life story for this. That is not the thing. Like, that's a waste of time. It is all about having the client sit with us at the present moment and them talking about how their experience is of the problem now. And then because they can see the different perspectives, they can then move forward. We actually don't look at the past, we look at the present. But it's still getting to the root of that issue as to how and why they're still choosing unconsciously and consciously to keep that problem. And so, again, it's not right or wrong. It just really depends on what type of results you want for your clients, right? A solution-based hypnosis can definitely help them move out of the problem now. And let's give an actual real example for this. For example, a client is a smoker, right? The client is a smoker, you do your solution-based hypnosis, and then somehow they find a solution that is unique to them, and they're like, every time I want a smoke, I am going to eat fruit instead. Right? That's the solution they came up with. I'm just going to make sure that I have an apple with me at all times. Whenever I get that craving, I am just going to eat an apple instead, which then is a solution that they can find, that they no longer need to smoke, because they've now replaced that feeling, that urge, for something else, such as an apple. And this is the big however, right? And that can last. That can, with time, that client will become a non-smoker, and we would have done our job with that client. And the big however is, however, that driver, whatever that is still there. It has just been replaced with the apple. And sure, clients, can eat an apple a day, whatever, no big deal, but that driver, that internal driver that got them to smoke to begin with, is still running in the background. And although it's been replaced by an apple, sometimes maybe they could replace that with something else. Maybe they just start smoking weed, right? They just start smoking cannabis again. And is that really the best thing? That is what's going to happen if that internal driver is still there. For example, that particular client's internal driver to smoke to begin with was to deal with stress, right? I mean, most smokers do that, right? So to deal with stress, so they eat an apple instead. Okay, so if the stress is too high and the apple isn't going to suffice, then maybe they'll just start eating or smoking weed instead, because it's that same mechanism, right? So is that really good for a client? No, because the root isn't addressed. However, on the other hand, inside our ACH trainings, if a stop smoking client does come to us and we go, okay, what's the problem? Smoking, and we get to the root of the reason as to why they smoke. Not only are they going to stop smoking on the outside, but whatever that driver is, whatever that stressor is, they'll be able to learn how to adapt to it and become more resilient to it in the future. And they're not going to be they're not going to replace it with something else, because that driver has been eradicated and taken care of. So that is the main difference. So I hope that this perspective helped. And if you have any questions, concerns, or comments at all, let me know. And so let's make a massive impact together, one conversation at a time.